Um,
And then in Weird Science, the blonde girl says that to the police after her and Gary like speed off in the Ferrari.
okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can't remember if that was Hilly or whatever the
Uh-huh,
other girl's
yeah,
name
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor who told a story about when they were kids, they would paint AMF on the differential pumpkin in the back of the car. And because it was jacked up so high, you could read it.
Okay.
And AMF stood for Adios Mother Effort.
Oh, those guys.
And I thought, if you're going to write that, why are you writing it that deep in underneath the car? Really?
Yeah, just put a bumper sticker that says that.
Yeah. Yeah. AMF. Oh, for like the bowling team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. Hey guys, it's 5:00. Welcome to our podcast, the Matt and Chris Show, Guitar Chat with Chris and Matt, which I think we're really fortunate that we get that cool rhyme.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Worked out well for us. Yeah.
It's a good thing your name isn't Mark.
Yeah. Guitar Chart with Chris and Mark. Man, Chris, I am like beat up today.
I'm fairly tired today.
Yeah, we have both been like working really hard.
We have actually been working.
You know why we're not completely covered with sawdust?
Because of our cool new aprons.
We have cool new aprons. Yeah, some of you guys have commented on those. It saves. You know what? It keeps me from getting sawdust in my pockets. That like I can't get out. I wash my pants and then there's still a bunch of wood in there. Tazzy Tim sent us a super chat before we get things rolling. He says, good day, Chris and Matt and fellow toasters. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Tim. Hey, so guys, a couple of quick things. It's fortuitous that we have this in front of the or on the table today. So I don't know if you guys have watched, but I did a video like yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday about the Pinewood Derby and what we're doing with the Pinewood Derby as part of the Great American Guitar Build-Off 2026. Do you know what it is, Chris?
Yes.
I don't believe you. What do you think it is?
The Pinewood Derby part?
Yeah.
I think you would know I wasn't paying attention and you started talking about other stuff. The Pinewood Derby, in addition to the guitar contest, I'm hoping this is where you're going. We are also doing a real Pinewood Derby like you would do when you were in Boy Scouts. Remember when your dad made your car and then you pretended you made it and you took it to the track and you raced it? Well, now you don't have to pretend.
That's what Paul Goslin said.
Yeah, you can just yeah. Paul told us all about being deep in the weeds on Pinewood Derby.
Now, there's a couple things though that like some people are from other countries and they don't know what the heck a Pinewood Derby is.
Okay. Well, tough rocks. So here in the U.S.,
it's not very cool.
It's not. There is an organization for young boys.
It's a paramilitary organization, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's to prepare for your career in the military.
Growing a mustache. That
called the Boy Scouts. And the Cub Scouts and the Weeblos. And one of the events that they put on every year is an event called Pinewood Derby. And what it is you get this kit and it's a block and 4 wheels and 4 nails. And the nails are the axles for the wheels.
Yeah.
And then it's your job to build a race car.
Yeah.
And there's lots and lots of rules around it. And it's your job to interpret those rules and fit your car within those rules any way you see fit. There's a weight limit, so you have to add weight. You can add weight or you can not. You can reshape the car. There's lots of things you can do. You can hot rod the wheels, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, people get really, really wound up about these things and try and figure out all sorts of different ways to win. A couple years ago, and then you win your local Boy Scout troop. Then you go to the
nationals,
citywide one, and maybe you do well there. And then you go to the regionals.
Did you ever take state in Pinewood Derby?
I never was a Boy Scout.
Okay.
Yeah, but apparently the secret is to do well enough to move on a couple times, but not not do well enough to go like too far out of state. Maybe like one state over, but you don't want to have to go to Florida if you're in California.
Oh, yeah, that's a long way. Yeah.
But anyway, a couple of years ago, Chris at Odyssey Beer Works bought a regulation Pinewood Derby track.
Because we discovered that if you add alcohol, Pinewood Derby is more fun.
Yeah. And so he started doing Pinewood Derby, and for for however much you got a car, you got entered, and you got a free beer, and then it was a lot of fun to go and race. And that was one of the reasons that we decided to do the Pinewood Derby guitar building contest.
Yeah,
as we were like, well, that's kind of fun. What if because it was sort of a kit thing. Well, what could you do with what if somebody can't cut out or doesn't want to cut out a body and a neck and all that? And it's like, oh, well, kind of like a Pinewood Derby.
I want to make a race car, but
but so yeah, you can bolt on the wheels and race it as a block.
Yep.
Or you can go whole hog on it. Get your dad to cheat with you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Now, we have a thing on. If you go to the greatamericanguitarbuildoff.com, there's information on the Pinewood Derby. I'm getting my phone just beat. I bet you somebody just bought one. Or they're telling me that they're coming. And there's also information on the video where you can go to my Amazon page and you can buy a Pinewood Derby car thing. So you can do the
car kit.
You can do the guitar contest, or you can do the car contest. Now, unlike the Boy Scouts, if you want to do the car thing, but you don't want to start with a Pinewood Derby car, you don't have to, because this is my Pinewood Derby race. So I'm making the rules, and I say that there's no rules. It's not going to be the same start like you're used to in Cub Scouts. It's going to be totally different. So I hope someone brings like a jet car or something. I don't care.
I've thought about different ways to approach this, and there's lots of different ways to approach it.
You should use your Evel Knievel stunt cycle. I mean, really, it's just got to fit on the track, right? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I was thinking of something with a big scoop on the front that took all the other cars off the track.
Whatever, I don't care. Yeah. So a couple of people have said they would like to do a Pinewood Derby car that's part of their Pinewood Derby guitar. So like if you buy the kit that's here one thing. I don't care if you want to bring your own car that you made when you were 10, or if you build a car now, or you make a car out of oak or whatever. But if you want to compete in the Pinewood Derby guitar build-off, you do have to buy a kit from me. So it's my party, it's my rules. I get to. So don't show up with a guitar you made out of pine and think you can compete in the Pinewood Derby guitar kit thing, right?
Right.
You can compete in the car deal, but you can't do the. So
yeah,
hope
and
that
if you
makes
make a guitar out of pine and you can't compete in the Pinewood Derby, you're certainly allowed to compete in the Great American Guitar Build-Off.
Great point. I kind of spaced that out. So yeah.
So yeah, the Pinewood Derby is limited to people that buy the kit from us.
And the reason that is because
it's a secondary thing.
Yeah, I'm putting $50 from every kit into the prize for the Pinewood Derby guitar build.
And it's just something else kind of fun to do. In a lot of ways, I think those guitars will be more art driven, more artistic driven than I'm going to build the greatest tele ever driven.
They could be both, but you're right.
But I think there'll be lots of cool designs, cool looking paint, fun, fun projects. You can spend, one of the fun things about these dumb little cars is you can spend a ton of time on them, or you can spend an afternoon.
Yeah.
And have equally as much fun.
Now, the other thing is, this is one of the cars that you built many years ago.
One I built for the first one at Odyssey.
When you were 12. And
no,
this
I stole the wheels off it last year for another car.
Oh, okay.
That got dead last.
Did you make an 8-wheel car?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to spend a bunch of time messing with wheels, so I just grubbed these up.
But I don't want to bring the party down or anything, but this one's called Ole's Pink Rocket. And this is for Jim's dog, Ole. Ole passed away yesterday.
did.
So everybody send Jim some love. It's Oli was a good dog, and it was a bummer that he's gone. But yes, I don't mean to. Yeah, probably brought the mood down
a little bit. So the day that I was going to paint this, I was doing a bunch of this color.
Yeah.
Strap bursts. I think I did 2 guitars and stuff like this. And so I just painted this car, and I was like, oh man, this thing needs to be like the red rocket, the red, the da-da-da-da, but it's pink. And then all of a sudden it was all these pink rockets. So
yeah, I'll let you guys decide. Yeah. Joy's saying that
those of you who have met Oli know.
Yeah, probably. So Joy says that she still gets questions asking if the builder gets to keep the guitar that they built. Well, absolutely, you get to keep the guitar that you built. So
you don't want it.
I think there's some confusion because
this is all because of the first ever guitar contest.
Yeah.
And everybody had to sell their guitar for charity.
Yeah. So in the 2020 Great Guitar Build-Off, we had everybody who competed at did they have like an amateur level and a
they did eventually.
Okay.
But the it started out with 7 YouTube.
Yeah, so all the YouTubers like Phil and us and Dan and
I think they called it the professional category, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and
there was really only 3 or 4
Jimmy Cadillacs and Ben Crow. And so what we had to do was we built the guitars and then we had to sell them for charity, which that was fine. But
wasn't that a later add-on rule?
I don't know.
I think it was. I think that was a crowdsourced.
Maybe.
It'd be neat if they sold it for charity.
Perhaps. So anyway, what we wanted to do that was different was 1, offer a cash prize, and 2, you don't have to sell your guitar for charity unless you just want to. So let me
sell it for profit.
Whatever you want.
Sell it to one of the other guys at the contest.
Okay, so here's what you have to do to compete in the Great American Guitar Build-Off. You have to build a guitar. This year, it has to be identifiable as the Telecaster.
Correct.
Okay. You have to enter your guitar into the contest.
Yeah, it has to be there in person.
That's right. It has to be there. And you have to pay $100 entry fee into the contest.
Correct.
Now, every single cent of that $100 goes to whoever wins the money. So if there's 10 people and they all give $1,000 or they all give $100, one guy is going to walk out of there with $1,000. If there's 20 people, $2,000. Right now, there's over 40 people. So somebody is going to win right now. If we had the Great American Guitar Build-Off right today,
and everybody was there and everybody paid.
Somebody would walk out with over $4,000.
And that's right now.
Now, you don't have to sell your guitar to get that. You get to chord your guitar and run home with it if you want. I don't care.
So you could spend $4,000 building your guitar, win $4,000 even Steven.
Complete wash.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. If you
it's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. If you want to donate your guitar and all the prize money to charity, that's fine. You do you. But right now, whoever wins is going to walk out with their guitar, presuming that they don't sell it, and a big fat stack of $100 bills. If you don't believe me, ask Devin Riddle. Ask Don Stiltonen. Ask who else won? Ask Sean Emenheiser.
Yeah, Sean Emenheiser.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's real money and it's a real prize.
Sean Emenheiser wasn't even in person.
That's a good thing.
He sent his guitar here.
Let's talk about that.
Don and Devin pretty much had us dead to rights.
Yeah.
As far as rules and that. But yeah, Sean won the first year, sent his guitar. We unboxed it the day of the show. He won. Did we throw the money in the box?
We put money in the case and shipped it to him.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you don't have to be here. Your guitar has to be here.
Correct.
But you're going to want to be here for this. Now, a couple of things, guys. In the description for this video, right down below right now, Joy has added some stuff to the website and to the website, the greatamericanguitarbuildoff.com. There's some blogs there about like interacting with people who are coming. and how you can start a Discord with other people. So why would you want to do that? Well, so let's say you wanted to go to the Great American Guitar Build-Off and you live in, I don't know, Kansas City, Kansas, right next to Mike Beckloff.
Nobody lives in Kansas.
All right, well, you get what, okay. The point I'm trying to make is, and you're like, hey, when I get there, I wonder if anybody wants to get an Airbnb. Or I wonder if anybody wants to, get a, like share a rental car. I wonder if somebody wants to go to breakfast with me or whatever it is. So you can talk about that with the people who are going to be there, and you can go, hey, where are you guys staying? Oh, we're at the, I don't know, the Shellooe or whatever fancy hotel you're going to stay at. And I need a lift. I spent all my money on the swanky hotel room, and I'm hoping it all pays off with
I spent $4,000 building my guitar, and I need a free lunch.
So if you want to go and talk to other people who are going to be attending the Great American Guitar Build-Off, you got to go to the website, which is
Great American Guitar Buildoff.com.
That's right. It's so easy. We both remember it.
Chris can remember it.
And or you can just follow the links that Joy put in the description down below. Let's take a quick super chat from my friend, your friend Dylan. He says, just in, I want to put my guitar that I'm building in the prize pool. You decide where, but I'll make it one of the prize. Well, that's very cool. And Dylan's also sponsoring some other prizes too. And guys, we're gonna have.
Dylan was making a guitar for this.
Well, Dylan is a man of mystery. Yeah. So, guys, there's people have said like, well, you shouldn't make one guy win all the money. Well, it's my party and I can do what I want.
Yeah.
But I think what they're wondering is, well, the guy who gets second place doesn't get anything. Well, maybe there will be some other prizes though. One of the neat things about the Great American Guitar Build-Off 2026 is that this is the very first year that we're doing an expo along with the Build-Off, along with all the parties that we're doing, along with bringing people from out of town, bringing people from across the Atlantic Ocean, coming over. And guys, this is going to be a big event. You're going to want to be here. I'm probably underselling it, right? So this is the 5th year that we've done the Build-Off. This is the first year that we're doing basically an entire weekend of stuff, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, culminating in
a weekender.
It's a weekender, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it culminates in the announcement of who wins the Great American Guitar Build-Off. Again, Chris and I will not be judging. We're going to be too busy hanging out with you guys.
Ambassadors of fun.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff we're doing to be, fiddling around with, judging guitar contests.
I got goofy sunglasses I'm going to wear, goofy glasses I'm going to wear, maybe a fright wig, all sorts of fun shit.
Dude.
Yeah, several different jackets.
I've seen them.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
Flowers, tons of fun.
It's hilarious. So anyway, guys, did I say gays? Anyway, guys. Anyway, y'all. Please go over to greatamericanguitarbuildoff.com. Check it out. Get signed up. You can sign up you can come just for one day or you can come for the whole weekend. There's lots and lots and lots of parties that we're going to do, including Pinewood Derby at Odyssey Beer Works.
That's on Friday.
On Friday, the 10th of July. That's right. It's going to be a ton of fun.
The way I envision that, and I know this isn't the way it's going to work, but it's going to be like Pulp Fiction when they walk into Jackrabbit Slim's and they're racing slot cars.
Yeah.
But that's not the coolest thing that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, they got slot cars. And Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Or, whatever else it's going to be.
And Jane Mansfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dylan says, I'm not technically entering, but Brianna and I wanted to build one. That's super cool.
I see. So he's building something, following the rules, but he's not going to enter it.
Jim wants to know. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Jim wants to know any prize for last place. I think
that was a really fun thing that we did the one year.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was a Tyro prize too. It was because it was for anybody who came in last who hadn't done anything before. So if you have entered the Great American Guitar Build-Off before and you come in last, there's no prize.
Yeah. Well, and I like to think of it as the Lantern Rouge.
Okay, what's that?
Well, so in the Tour de France, the guy that finishes the race but comes in last gets the Lantern Rouge. There's plenty of guys that enter the race that don't finish.
Okay.
And so just because you got last at the contest doesn't mean you finished last. There were a bunch of people that signed up and for whatever reason
they chickened out.
Didn't get it done and didn't get their guitar there on time. So
that's a great. Okay, yeah, you're right.
So, did I get last? Yeah. Did I finish the contest? Yeah.
There was one guy who said that I think that your rules are dumb. I'm not entering or something like that. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but okay. Well, that's cool, dude.
Yeah. I don't know what do you expect to get out of it? I mean, if you want everybody to get a prize, everybody gets a trophy. What's the fun of that?
No, there's no fun in that.
There's no fun in that. Hopefully it's about the journey as much as the your finishing spot, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So
at least you made the guitar, and you get to keep the
making the guitar. Have fun bringing it to the contest, even if you're pretty sure you're not going to win. Still have fun with all that stuff. Do your best.
Yeah. So
So
Jim, I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say I'm going to go out and say yes, there will be a prize for last place. Generally speaking, it's a free workshop at TTG. So really, if you enter a big, steaming pile and it costs you $100 and you're going to at least, win that. So, yeah. Joy wants everyone to know that if you want to join / make a group chat on the Great American Guitar Build site, you need to sign up as a member first. Then you'll have access to the member chat. Otherwise, comment in the blogs. Now, all the links to that stuff is in the description below. In fact, it's like exactly what Joy sent me in an email. I just cut it out and pasted it there. So
cool. I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's a brand new. Well, because people were like, "Hey, what if I want to see if I can, share a Airbnb or something with somebody?"
Yeah, and that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Even if nothing really comes from that other than meeting some people that are going to be there and then getting to meet them in person, that's still pretty cool.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Jim says you can enter as many guitars as you want to build. Yeah, all the guitars you want, depending on how many $100 bills you got.
Yeah.
Mike Beckloff, who were looking for good things in both the Pinewood Derby and the Great American Guitar Build Off, says Brianna's a great guitar builder. Who do you expect the most from in terms of Pinewood Derby build quality? And why is it Chris Beckloff?
Well, Chris Beckloff is a really good woodworker. I have no idea about his are we talking about the car race?
We're talking about
all of it.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't know.
Enchilada.
Did they buy a kit? Did the Beckloffs buy a kit?
No, but they don't have to buy a Pinewood Derby kit.
No, but for the guitar contest, unless they buy a kit, I'm not expecting a whole lot from them.
Oh, Lord only knows what will happen.
I have no idea what kind of history they have with Pinewood Derby cars.
I suspect more than nothing.
I would think so. Yeah, I think the dark horse in this, the sleeper is going to be Paul Goslin, who told me point blank before we even decided to do this that he has a ton of experience doing this.
And I'm not going to say yes or no, but I will tell you this, Paul, the rules for starting the cars is going to be very different than what you're used to in the Cub Scouts.
Yes.
Wildly different.
Yes. But
I'm not going to go into it, but yeah.
My friend Craig Swadek did a lot of Pinewood Derby with his son and found out about the Odyssey one. It was like, oh, that sounds fun. I think I'll do that. And ended up getting third and fourth. Much to my chagrin. So next year, he and I are going to go in on a car together.
Butch Landry asks, curious what you're planning for the TTG guitar display booth at the expo. We're going to have a display and a booth at the expo. Yeah. I don't really know what to say. But yeah, we're having a booth and a display at the expo. You'll just have to wait and see when you get there. Somebody said me a thing. I'm ready to move to the actual topic of the thing, but somebody sent me a deal, and it was on my video the other day, and he said, JB Robertson wrote to me and said, please include a Pinewood Derby car kit. Builders could vie for the best match pair of car and guitar. That would be cool. Yeah, we're doing so much for this, and the Pinewood Derby kits are really expensive. And like, I don't charge shipping for that. And $50 kit of it goes to the thing. So I'm like, why do I have to also include a $20 Pinewood or whatever it is, 50? It's like, here's the real problem, Mr. Robertson, is if I have to do that, then I have to order it and I have to get it here and I have to have it. And it's like, it would be easier and faster for you to just go to Amazon, get the thing. And that way I mean, I think we're doing a lot of stuff already. You can, if you want to participate, you can buy your own car.
And the car race was second after. I mean, we thought about that. There was a point where we were talking about being at Odyssey and doing the Pinewood Derby guitar contest at Odyssey. And I said, I think we should have Pinewood Derby car races at the same time. And I didn't get shot down. I was shocked that I didn't get shot down on that idea. And it was just like a blip in time, and I said it, and the next thing you know, it's a thing. So and really, like I said, it's slot cars at Jackrabbit Slims. If you have a car that you built a bunch of years ago and you want to bring it and have some fun and race it, great. If you want to build a new car, great.
You guys are telling me how inexpensive the guitar kits are. I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm not including a car kit with every Pinewood Derby kit. You guys can source that stuff.
Yeah, pony up to $15
or $8 or whatever it is. It doesn't matter to me.
Go to Michael's and buy one.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun no matter what. Yeah. Okay. All right, Chris. So today's topic is guitar trends that are cool and guitar trends that suck rocks.
Okay.
I know you haven't really had a whole lot of time to think about this.
No, but I saw it about 4:30. So
okay, all right.
I've been thinking about it really hard since then.
Okay, and I think we should do this in like a top 5, with number 4 being the controversy slot. So okay, so top 5 or we top 5 will probably stretch into 6 or 11 or whatever it is. But guitar trends and fads that are cool and some that are not so cool. Okay. And in no particular order. So Joy, I put the Amazon link to the guitar kit on the video that I did yesterday. I forgot to do it today. I got busy with some other stuff. Thank you for reminding me, though. I'll add it later. It's on the video link. If you guys go to the description on the video that I just did, you can see it there. So what do you think is a guitar trend that's really cool right now?
A guitar trend that is really cool right now. Would be pride in ownership.
Wow, that's a pretty cerebral one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of well, this would probably make more sense if I waited until later.
Okay.
Yeah, just pride in ownership of the guitar. Really wanting something, working to get it, and getting it, and spending time with it, and really liking it.
Boy, that's an old school trend. You don't see that very often these days, do you?
No.
Okay. I think that a cool one is how about personalizing your guitar?
Okay.
That kind of melds in with your pride and ownership thing.
Yeah. So like my initials on the pick guard.
Okay, yeah. Or I'm gonna put Dylan pickups in my in my Strat.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna put new Hipshot tuners and a new and a mirror pick guard, and I'm gonna put a bunch of beer caps on stuff or whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin a perfectly good guitar with a green Moto pick guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think another cool one would be like.
Oh, that wasn't towards Dylan. That was another. I just thought of that. That wasn't a jab at Dylan. I actually liked that guitar.
Okay. I think that a cool trend would be you see a guitar that one of your friends had that's kind of funky, or you saw like, somebody had one and you're like, I gotta get one of those. So you make a replica of something. Now, not like a replica of, I don't know, just a play. Okay, I got one for you. I just thought of this. This guitar right here is one that I built many, many years ago because my friend Mike Reed had one in the 80s, and his was a Fernandez, but it was seafoam green with a tortoiseshell pickguard, and it had EMG single coil pickups in it. And I'm like, I always, always, always loved that Strat. This is the only Strat that I have. And I'm like, I love that combination is so tacky. Everybody hates this. They're like, why didn't you put a white pickguard on there? Why didn't you put white EMGs in? I'm like, because Mike Reed's guitar was just like this, and I wanted one just like his because Mike was a good guitar player. He was a good friend, and I haven't talked to him for, I don't know, close to 40 years. And yeah, so.
But you have his guitar.
I have one like his, yeah. All right, Chris, what do you think a cool or a lame one is?
A lame one, I just thought of this. 3D printed guitar bodies.
Couldn't agree more.
I've been seeing a lot of that. And the funny thing is, and I think they're all using the same source for programs because they all look like Minecraft. They're all like honeycombed and all of that. And
they kind of fit together, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. I haven't looked. All I know is I see pictures of them. And once you get past the gee whiz, isn't that neat that you can actually do that on your little 3D printer, whatever? It's like, okay, what is it? Is it a toy? Is it a guitar? Is it an art project?
Is it a project?
And the project part is the funnest part to me. If that's the whole goal, is I want to see if I can 3D print a guitar body and build a guitar out of it. Yeah, cool. But yeah, then trying to sell it on Reverb is lame.
Let's take a couple of comments from the live chat here. Jim Fenton has two. I'm going to read one of them right now. He says, not a big fan of all the extra tech like Bluetooth, maybe automatic tuners and things.
Yeah.
C. Chavez says, guitar trend, cool. Guitar related internet and social media that lets consumers find and see smaller makers. Guitar trend that sucks, false economy of super cheap overseas instruments. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I actually have another cheap or lame one that goes along with that.
SOB says lame guitar trend, cheap Amazon guitars. Couldn't agree more. Yeah. Jim Fenton also says something that I think really kind of merges with your Lego 3D printed thing. He says he likes the resurgence of vintage oddball models. I think that vintage guitars and versions of vintage cool stuff is definitely a neat trend. That's definitely cool.
Yeah. I like that too. I fear if I dive too much deeper into the oddball trend, you will see an Ovation Deacon being built.
Why? I mean, I get that, but why not like an Airline or something?
Well, so I've done some Harmony stuff. The only other Harmony stuff that I think is super cool or okay or any of that is hollow body stuff, arch top stuff. Don't want to do that. So yeah,
maybe we should make an Ovation Deacon. Well, is that the similar to the Breadwinner?
Okay, it's the high end, Breadwinner.
Oh, the good Breadwinner.
Yeah, not to be confused with the bad Breadwinner.
The real problem with those is I think that much like the Modern headstock, which by the way is the greatest headstock of all time, the part of the neat stuff about those Ovation guitars wasn't the outline of the silhouette. Although that was definitely very striking. But it was the gigantic, nobody else will ever have this bridge and neck bolt plate and
Yeah.
stuff that
Yeah. And bridge screws in from the back, screws in from the front, all sorts of crazy stuff.
Mhm.
But people talk about PRS and changing everything about the old school, the old guard.
Yeah.
And I think companies like PV and Ovation were trying to do that before PRS.
Yeah.
With these crazy ideas, the just everything that they were doing. They're like, we're going to show Gibson what's up.
Mhm.
Check out this neck plate. It weighs 3 pounds.
Get a load of this.
Yeah. Look at this bridge. You know how much brass there is on this bridge?
Mhm.
Yeah. Lift this guitar. You know it's going to sound good, right? Because you can't pick it up.
Heavy's good.
Yeah, heavy's good,
Heavy's
right?
reliable.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, you can always hit him with it.
Yeah. And we're going to make this one look like an axe.
Yeah,
so you can hit him with it.
Paul Reed Smith, the man, not the guitar company, turned 70 the other day. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before.
I think it was yesterday.
I asked you, I'm like, what do you think will happen when Paul Reed Smith is actually gone? And
I said,
today is the Thursday after Ash Wednesday. So for those of you who know what that means, it's basically, look, we're all headed towards dust. So we don't mean to bring the mood down, but
yeah. First the dog and now this.
No, but yeah. So I mean, Paul, Mr. Smith will only be around for a short while in the grand scheme of things, just like all of us.
Yeah. And I said, well, I think they have a really good board of directors, and I don't think things will change much. And you said, well, did things change much when Fender got sold? Did things change much when Gibson got sold?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, they did.
I wonder. I just kind of wonder, like, will there be something that happens that will, I don't think we've seen the Paul Reed Smith, the guitar company, not the man, like make any huge boners, like in terms of like they've, like the imported guitars that are less expensive. Those are all pretty good.
Yeah.
They're not like, big piles. So they haven't really had any turds.
They've never gone through a bean counter phase.
Yeah.
Where somebody came in and said, whoa, you're spending way too much money on this. Let's cut back on some stuff.
Or if they have, they've said, we don't want this bean counter. We want a new bean counter.
Yeah. But it's never been brought to market. And so, who knows? But Gibson went through that. Fender went through that. Hamer went through that. Lots of companies go through that, where somebody comes in and goes, step aside, son. I know how to do this.
Yeah.
I was head of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
That's right. Real thing. I worked at Levi's. Let me show you how to build guitars.
Yep.
I
think, yeah. What do you know about? I don't know anything about that, but I know all about Kraft macaroni. Macaroni field.
Chris, what is the Harmony Bobcat?
Harmony Bobcat is their little offset Harmony that took the place of the ones that I like.
Okay.
They're fun enough.
Apparently Dastardly Dave has one, and so does C. Chavez. Stu Richmond says Eastwood made a Breadwinner inspired guitar about 10 years ago. Greg says PRS acoustics blow.
Okay. But I'll bet they're not overly, I bet they're expensive.
I bet they're at least really expensive.
Yeah. Which, they can suck, but
yeah. Jim Fenton says a CNC diamond pattern on the neck. WTF? I don't know. Maybe that's on the Paul Reed Smith a Q stick.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, so what's his name does that on his on all his guitars now.
Steve Winwood.
Zelinsky.
Oh, does he? Okay. Yeah. Oh, on the back of the neck. Yeah.
Which looks like it's not going to be smooth at all, but it probably works.
I like the idea of a checkered neck. Paul Goslin says he really likes the idea of a locking tuner trend. I think that's a great one. I think the first guitar I had with locking tuners was my Paul Reed Smith. It had the man bridge, but it had shallow tuners that had this flat, like filed into one side, and then this collar that would go on, and you could get the string to go in, and then once it would turn, the collar would pinch it, and that's how it would lock.
Oh, okay.
And then, Spurzel and everybody else like started to do, or Spurzel might have been the first. I don't know. They had the
From
little
what I understand, they
post
were the
coming up
first.
through the back.
No, I don't know. If
And
that's
now
true or not.
everybody does the post coming up through the
post
back.
coming up the back. There's ones that lock from the top, and you can use a penny, you can use a nickel, which was cool when you had a penny or a nickel.
They don't even make pennies any longer.
No.
Do they? Yeah.
Well, yeah, and yeah. You can't lock it with a guitar pick, I can tell you that.
What would you use now? You would use the one true and holy thing that everybody should have, and that's the Gerber, whatever this thing is.
Prybrid X.
Prybrid X. If you guys don't have a Prybrid X, you need to get one. And so it has a screwdriver on it here, and a bottle opener, and
a lanyard. I've saved
a
several
box
lives
opener.
with the lanyard.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many people don't realize how many lives you can save with
that.
Mine is actually looking pretty used. I haven't given mine away lately.
Not in a long while.
Yeah. I started giving my little knives away to people, and I'm like, I think I'm just going to keep them for a bit. So anyway, yeah, the Gerber Prybrid X.
People to give them to now.
That's right. Everybody
has
yeah.
one.
Dave Chenzoff gives them away when he comes out here.
He
too,
does.
so, yeah.
Sometimes he'll buy one for everybody that he doesn't know in class. And the guys that he does know in class, if they don't have theirs,
yep,
it's a week of shame.
Yep. Okay, moving right along. Paul Goslin says, the older I get, the more I'm interested in good sounding amps that are lightweight. Yeah.
That's a trend. One of the funny things is I talked about the death of the big amp probably a decade ago, and they're still increasing in value, like vintage ones.
Yeah.
But not at the rate they were at one point. But the bottom didn't completely fall out of them. Now, maybe that's because a lot of people just hang on to them because they're such a hassle to move and sell and all that other stuff.
I hated selling my SVT.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Yeah. And
by the way, mine was the all tube 95-pound head, not the mostly solid state with some tubes rack mount thing that had like some inflated number of like watts. Mine was the absolute real deal, and I hated selling it. But
but to my way of thinking, even with small amp heads, you still need big speakers.
Yeah,
still need big cabinets if you're not being fed through the house. You still need that. And so if I'm going to carry a big speaker cabinet, I'm going to carry a big amp too. Yeah. And this is a guy that doesn't play out anymore, so I'm going to say whatever I want.
Yeah, you have whatever you just want. Yeah.
I always bring the big stuff when
I always bring the big stuff. I'm discovering that bass amps, there's no like super awesome lightweight bass amp in the same price range as the super awesome guitar amp that's also lightweight.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. Now, I did not say.
I think once again you're back to bass cabinets. I bet you if you hooked that amp up to a big cabinet, then maybe you'd have something. But you're trying to.
So now somebody's gonna don't hear this. I did not say that there aren't good light bass amps. I said there's no good light, super affordable bass amps.
There's in the same price range as guitar.
There's a gazillion super cool lightweight guitar amps that are rad. That does not exist in the bass world.
Yeah. Well,
as I discovered last Tuesday when I went to Hawk Attack practice for the first time in a year, and I'm like,
well, once again, it's all about speaker and air movement, and you can. I think amps. Yeah, you can have a whole bunch of power and a whole bunch of, but you still need a cabinet to push that air, and you can't. Yeah. Look, here's my 1x8.
Yeah. Brett had this little Vox thing that was like all solid state modeling, and I'm like, you're never gonna be able to hear that when there's drums. It was fine.
What was he playing it through?
It
was
a little combo Vox amp thing. It sounded great. Anyway, all right, Chris, let's get back to the topic here. What's a guitar trend that is cool or that blows chunks?
Well, several people have talked about the cheap guitars, and so I'd like to mention that one again. I think a cool trend is kind of the classics hold up.
Okay.
And sometimes you'll buy something that's the latest, greatest, neatest, newest thing, and it's like, after the gee whiz has worn off, it's like, oh, and sometimes I look at guitars and go, could I see myself playing that in 5 years? Is that a guitar that I could live with for a long time, or is it really stupid?
Like if we painted the modern green,
or
because it has the headstock looks kind of like Gumby.
And a drunken,
I don't know if you've ever heard that
drunken fit of eBay, purchasing. Hey man, that guitar is shaped like a surfboard. That's hilarious. I could play that in the surf band. Yeah. Would I want to do that in 5 years? No, I wouldn't want to do that in 5 years. So yeah, something that's capable of standing the test of time.
Okay. Here's my controversy slot. This is going to be a guitar trend that I don't think is cool.
Okay.
Do you want to see if you can guess what it is?
No.
Okay. Just guess in your head. Okay. Headless guitars. Headless guitars are dumb.
Wait. How about headless basses?
Totally stupid.
Those are cool.
I think
I've never seen the once again, what I want to play that in 5 years. Other than the gee whiz, how did they do that?
Yeah.
I've never understood the whole point.
I I remember when Steinbergers were like the new cool thing, and it was like, oh, I need my guitar to be this little toy thing.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
And you know what? Vito Bratta, not good. That's part of the controversy slot. I'm sorry. I do not. Okay. When I listen to Vito Bratta play, there's this it's a tick that he has, and it's diddly dee dee. It's everywhere. He always plays a you know what I'm talking about? The weight solo has diddly dee dee, diddly dee dee. It's like just nothing but diddly dee dees.
It's the same arpeggio.
Yeah. Wanna diddly dee dee. Yeah. It's awful. I am not
a guitar trend you're not on board with.
Headless guitars. Oh, what about Reb Beach's? And I think Vito Bratta had one too. It was like the full size guitar, full size Steinberger with the tiny little neck that's like. Boo! You didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
And then it cuts up this way at the butt.
Yes, it abreves for the floating trim.
Yeah, that was better than the little guitar.
Now, hold on. Dylan's agreeing with me. Oh, do you?
Of that, and I was like, why did you buy that? I actually thought, yeah, lots of other fun basses. Why did you buy that one?
Okay, Dylan is agreeing with me on Vito Bratta. I want to say this for all the people who love Mike Tramp and want to marry Mike Tramp and love White Lion. Vito Bratta is a much better guitar player than I will ever be. Vito Bratta has forgotten more about guitar playing than I will ever know. Vito Bratta has forgotten more about guitar playing in the last 10 minutes than I will ever know.
Okay.
And I can't stand to listen to him.
Okay.
So, all right. Do you have one for the controversy slot, Chris?
No.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Jim Fenton says they do affect neck dive. Dylan says I concur. Vito Bratta. David Schaefer says agreed. Headless guitars look stupid. And David Schaefer and I agree that BC Rich guitars look rad. So we are probably the wrong guys to ask.
How about a BC Rich headless guitar?
Totally lame.
Okay. How about a BC Rich that half of it is headless?
Yeah. So like
the 10 strings. Yeah. I think that's just a way to get to where you're going, I think.
Lefty says Gibson needs to make them headless. We solve their cracked headstock. Yeah, all Gibsons are headless at one time or another. Dave says if many companies make headless guitars, do they sue each other for copying? Absolutely. I bet you they probably sue each other for hardware, except all that stuff's made somewhere in an Asian continent that like they don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
Paul says, hold on, from economy engineering poverty, headless is interesting, but aesthetically they look unbalanced. From an economy of engineering poverty. I don't understand that sentence, Paul.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of
he says POV.
Oh.
Which means
point of view.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, not poverty. All right. That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
From an engineering point of view. Okay.
Yeah, but then everything, I think everything becomes fairly homogenous.
Okay.
And then you lose a lot of, I like the Tune-O-Matic bridge has enough brake angle. It increases the brake angle over the bridge to make the wood more resonant. Do you have that conversation in the headless guitar forum?
I'm sure you do.
I bet you don't.
This graphite neck is Stu Richmond says Buck Dharma makes up for all the other smack talking about Steinbergers. Okay, all right, I like Buck Dharma. C. Chavez, I remember the Sand Cab 115 bass cabinet that rocked the house and was fairly small, but lifting it was an exercise in futility. Dylan sent us a super chat and says he has better eyebrows than Vito Brada. Dylan has better boots and bracelets and tattoos and eyebrows than Vito Brada. Yeah.
Okay.
Spike the Frugal Fixer says the guy patented the fold out wings to hang a headless. LOL. I don't understand what that means.
I think, yeah. How do you hang that guitar on the wall?
You don't. You keep it in this little cute like a tennis racket bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
God. Yeah.
All right. Let's we got 9 more minutes. There's the elephant in the room. You can't see him, but he's here. Some people are going to say it's awesome. Some people are going to say what is it they say on the FM radio station? Crank it or spank it or crank it or what? Okay. Some people are going to say this next trend is cool. Some people are going to say that it drools. And that is relic guitars, which is what you thought I was going to say just a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dylan says he'd buy that t-shirt. Oh no, Dylan needs to put that on a t-shirt.
Crank it or yank it.
Yeah.
I heard today on the FM because I forgot my phone when I went to pick up lunch. So I was listening to the radio. It was just think you used to pay for this music.
Kicking it off.
That was lame. Yeah, you're not making any money playing it, so neither should anybody else, Mr. Radio Guy.
I like how radio guys are always kicking it off with a double shot, getting the lead out and stuff like that. Okay, all right. So relic guitars. I don't like
Andy
relic.
Travis never said that.
No, Randy Travis never.
No, Andy Travis from WKRP.
And Randy Travis.
Never said that.
You know what else? William Shakespeare never said L.A. Gear. Hey, I went and saw Shakespeare at the Arvada theater last night. It was fun.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, Joy and I went with Chris and Dina, and it was great fun. Okay. All right. So relic. Yank it or crank it?
I think it's been overdone. So I just assume not.
Can I tell you guys something about relicking that I used to think was true? I used to think that at like big companies that you've heard of, the relic guitars started out as complete
that you
guitars.
Had to take it all the way to good for you to be able to make it bad or be able to make it look convincingly. I used to think that too.
Here, I still think this: if you do something, if you cannot build something and then you say the words, "Oh well, I guess I'll make it a relic," that still hits my ears wrong.
Yeah,
I don't like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
That basically says, I'm not good. I'm going to endeavor to make something lousy look even more lousy.
Make a mistake look like I didn't make a mistake. Yeah. I think there's a trend to make guitars. This is going to be kind of weird, to make guitars that look like relics, not old guitars.
Okay.
You're making a guitar that looks like a modern relic.
What?
If that's a thing. There are guitars that have been relicked that don't look like old guitars. They look like beat up new guitars.
And people want that.
Okay. But what I mean is that they don't look like what they're supposed to look like.
Okay.
And now I think that people that whole nobody knows what an old guitar looks like. There are a bunch of guys that work at the Fender Custom Shop that don't know what an old guitar looks like.
When I was looking
Nobody's neck is fucking black on the back from the 1st fret to the 12th fret. That never ever happens in real life.
Okay.
Even Jeff Beck's didn't look like that.
Yeah.
So, and he had oil all over his hands from working on cars all the time. But every one of this guy's necks looks like that. And it's like, dude, have you never looked at an old guitar? Stop doing that.
When I was looking for thumbnail pictures today, I'm like, good God almighty, those like relic jobs look like
overdone.
I've seen and held exactly one guitar that was from the 50s that got played a lot.
Yeah.
It did not look this bad.
No.
And it doesn't look, like it, well,
and we all know that you're talking about Jamm's. And yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of paint on it, but it doesn't look like those.
No.
And yeah, you can tell that guitar has been played and played and played, and it doesn't look like that.
And I saw the guitar in a picture before Jim got it and played it out. Yeah.
And they don't look like that, but that's what people want, is this super, it's like, worn out jeans or worn out whatever, man. They're so beyond what anybody would have or wear.
Well, and I think that everybody here who's saying that they don't appreciate the whole relic thing, we're definitely in the minority, because we know a lot of people who do relic stuff, and they're they do a good job with it, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess are they trying to make it look like it's old and played, or are they just trying to is it just art? At some point? Is it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It looks like he was in the bottom of a boat.
Chris and I take a lot of pride in all of our guitars, and we have many subtle levels of the amount of work that goes into a finish, right? In fact, if you ordered
some more subtle than others.
Yeah. Like if you ordered a Montecola guitar, Chris got those painted today. If you ordered one of the HSTs with the trem, Chris got those painted today. Necks are going into the paint booth tomorrow, because I got them all. They're all ready to go. If you have an HST, the necks are already
on it.
So, but yeah, we take a lot of pride in making those look like we meant to do it. We don't put them in there and then, okay, now get the relicing tools, whatever those are, and we're gonna hack a bunch of this finish off so that before you get it. Yeah.
Okay, time to whip the guitars.
And you know what? You guys know, and you know better than anybody, you don't just like thud a guitar, whack it up with a stick or whatever. It doesn't look right. So
no, it doesn't look right.
Guys who are good at it are good at it.
It's a thing, but yeah.
Okie doke. All right, gang, we're just about out of here, and I want you to go over and take your little knife and open up a box of new popcorn or whatever, and go check out my friend, your friend, Dylan. And I'm not sure who's hanging out with him tonight. It might be Leslie. It might be Brianna. It might be both.
Be a dog.
There's got to be a dog. Yeah.
Might be a dog and a snake and a lizard.
So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. There will be no reveal tomorrow on account of we don't have anything done.
We don't have anything finished. We have lots of things that are getting close to finished.
Yes.
But nothing that's actually finished.
We have some neat stuff coming at you very, very soon. And
Project J.
By the way, yes, thank you. Project J. I still haven't gotten even remotely close to anybody letting me know what they think Project J is actually going to be. So if you guys want to get in on the whole, okay. So somebody sent something, and I'm like, oh no, totally wrong, absolutely wrong. Oh no, way off. Okay, all right, gang. We'll see you next time, probably Sunday, and have a great weekend.